So getting started as a film composer can be somewhat challenging. Assuming you have a moderate background in music and that you're musically competent and you're able to come up with melodies and harmony and you have a basic understanding of how music works, jumping up to that next step of how do I get jobs, how do I begin, what sort of programs do I use, that all is something that needs to be carefully considered before you fully invest your time and energy into pursuing the film music career. The most basic necessity, I believe, is having a resume, your CV, and audio examples somewhere posted on the internet or on a CD or something that you can send people, so that when you do ask a director, just say, hey, do you need film music, or a director asks you, whatever, there's something there that they can reference to know what it is they're getting when they hire you. There are a number of composers who make a wonderful living simply just kind of replicating styles and whatnot, but I am of the profound belief that to be successful as a composer, you need to focus on what your sound is and what your specialties are. So that's where the resume kind of comes in handy. It's not so much like, hey, look at all these things that I've done. It's more, you should hire me because I sound like this, I sound like this, and these are kind of my musical styles. Whatever your specific sound is and your style, that's what usually dictates the sort of samples that you're leaning towards. And oftentimes the samples that you have, that you start out with, can also likewise dictate what sort of music you start creating. I know both of those have been the case for me. If you find yourself more drawn to the organic style or like more realistic samples, there are plenty of different sample libraries that you can look into. My own personal samples listed on my website, andrewgerlicher.com. Any of my YouTube videos, I usually say what sort of sample library I was using for a certain sound. I have a few sample library demos on my page as well. One of the best things to listen for in a sample library is, personally I think, are attacks and releases. Generally, we're of a certain caliber today with sample libraries that everything in between the attack and release sounds very good because you're actually getting a live sample in the process. It's a live recording, no matter what, even if it's sampled. So yeah, listening for the attacks and the releases is the most important part in a sample library, and obviously legato transitions, I think, play a part in attacks and releases as well. If someone wants a big John Williams type realistic sounding score and you work primarily with synthesized samples, you just need to say, I can't really do that. I have to do that all the time. I say, you know what, I'm not great at the pop or the electronic stuff as much as I am more organic, orchestral arrangements. And the director goes, oh, that's fine. Or they'll either try and find someone else to do the parts that I'm not as good at, or we kind of work out a compromise on the sound. So yeah, those are really, I think, the big things to remember as you're getting started and what you're trying to do when you are getting your name out there and getting into the film composing industry. It's a very fun industry, and there's lots of opportunities with up-and-coming independent filmmakers today. So if you're interested in looking more in detail at what it means to be an independent media composer using samples, etc., you can look me up on YouTube. Andrew Gerlicher Music is my name on YouTube, and I have lots of videos that might help you as you kind of begin to get your feet wet in media composing.